What's up, everyone? Guess what? The raccoon strikes again, up $2,000 this morning, which is more than 10% in my IRA account. Started the morning with $19,400 plus $2,000. It's going to put me over $21,400 on Monday morning. So a nice big step forward. I can feel really good about that. It's a great way to finish the week. So up about $20,000 this week alone. Nice. Feeling good about that. So we're going to try to carry this momentum right into next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Markets close Thursday. Friday, probably won't be trading because of the holiday. It's Black Friday. Reminder, hint, Black Friday. Sales coming up soon at Warrior Trading. So stay tuned for those. But yeah, let's keep this momentum going. Try to finish up November with some big green days. All right, so enjoy the recap. As usual, any questions, any comments, leave them below. And I'll come back through and answer them later this weekend. All right, see you on Monday morning. What's up, everyone? All right, so it looks like the raccoon has struck again as I'm finishing the morning up another $2,000, which makes this a $20,000 week of day trading. A much needed $20,000 week. It's been so far a slow month of November until this week. So I'm going to put it in the calendar, make it official. Plus, and actually, I don't know what the exact P&L is. Let me pull up my two accounts. So I traded today once in my IRA account here, $2,188, and once in my main account. So $2,188 minus 71 bucks, call it $2,100. So $2,100 on the 211th day of the year. So that makes it a $20,000 week, which is awesome. So I'm going to put that in the calendar, make it official. This is these types of weeks, all of a sudden the market will pick up. We get some really great trading, and that's an opportunity to capture some profit, grow the account. And look, this account is up 10% today. Had $19,400 in it this morning. Monday morning, it's going to have $21,588 in it. That is a really nice step forward. Much needed in the IRA. I'm trying to get it above 25,000. As quick as I can. That's the goal. By the end of the year, and hopefully it'll happen. I'm still waiting for Lightspeed Trading to offer settlement margin. The way settlement margin works is that as soon as you take the trade and press the sell button, the funds are available. Look right now, I've only got $2,048 of buying power. That's because I took one trade worth about, $16,000 or $17,000. So all of that money now, I have to wait 2 days for the cash from that one trade to settle. It takes 2 days for trades to settle. Now, if I had a margin account like I do on this side, I can trade 10 times a day with the same amount of money. But when you only have a cash account, you've got to wait 2 days for every trade to settle. So now if I want to take a trade on Monday, I only have $2,000 available. So I won't trade with that little amount. I'll wait until I guess Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know, but I'll wait till the cash is available again. So that's a problem. It means I can really only trade like twice a week. So I get two, and not just two trades a week. So I'm really limited. And if I saw a great quality setup, but it was on a $8 stock, I'd probably say, well, the problem is I can't even afford 3,000 shares of it. I can only afford like 2,000 shares. And it's just not quite enough to justify tying up the money for 2 days. At best, what am I going to get? 30 cents, 40 cents? That's $600, $700, $800? It doesn't work. So today I saw a trade that was at $3, and so I bought 5,000 shares, well, just under 6,000. I punched it for 6,000, and I filled 5,567 at $3 and sold at basically $3.40 and $3.37. So a nice 40 cents of profit on 5,500 shares, one and done. That's what I need. Stocks under $3, under $4 that I can be aggressive on. And so when you combine the fact that I can only trade a certain price range and I can only trade once every 3 days or so, it makes it more difficult to grow the account. Now, when I was trading at Interactive Brokers, they did offer settlement margin on the IRA account, which meant I could trade up to 3 times in one day, But remember, I could only take 3 trades in a 5-day rolling period because of the PDT restriction. So I was restricted there as well. And what was the bigger kind of hindrance at Interactive Brokers was that the routing was some of the slowest routing I've ever experienced in my life, where I would press the buy button and at times literally have to wait several minutes for the trade to execute. I have some videos of it. I uploaded a couple of them to the classes, but yeah, it was just really bad. So anyways, I moved to light speed knowing that even if I could only trade 3 times a week or twice a week, at least I'd be able to get in and get out where I wanted to, and that would work. So hey, today's a good day. Feels really nice. It's not the biggest green day of the week, but this feels good. I'm really happy about that. It's a really nice boost in this account. So 21,000, next target, 25 grand. So let's look at the trades from today. It started with our pre-market watch list. As always, every day is pretty much the same there. So I sound like a broken record, but this is the part of trading where we just have the same routine every day. So we look at our gap scanners, and what we had this morning basically was nothing of interest to me. PCG, the California Electric Company, this one was gapping up, but too expensive. So too expensive, too expensive, too expensive. GSL, float is too high. I prefer less than 10 million if I'm going to be aggressive. These ones are okay, but usually not at this price range. Excuse me, no trades, too expensive. Ogen, I was interested in it if it broke over $1, but it ended up hitting only $1.02 and then selling off, so no trades. EIX, too expensive. This is PG&E again. AEZS, we were watching it. AEZS, however, the bell rang and it really didn't do much. It popped up for a second, but I was looking for it to break this level. See, what we had pre-market was down. Well, actually, let's start this up here. Down, up, and I wanted to see it break this level and start trending up like this. And instead, it broke the low of this level and kept trending down like this. So, this was the moment of truth right here, and it didn't work, and so no trades on it. So, that was kind of like, but really, there wasn't a lot that looked good. Now, SPI was on, it wasn't on our gap scanner, but it was brought to my attention from traders in the room because it was a 10-to-1 reverse split. So yesterday, this was a 28-cent stock. Yesterday, the float was approximately 28 million shares. And today, what they did is, if you were holding 10,000 shares yesterday at 20 cents, when you logged into your platform this morning, you would have looked at it and you would have seen, oh my God, OMG, it's at $2.80, cha-ching. And then you'd look and you'd be like, wait a second, I'm only holding 1,000 shares. And wait a second, my average cost is $2.80, not 28 cents. And that's when you realize they did a reverse split. So the stock goes up times 10, and the number of shares everyone is holding goes down by a multiple of 10. So in essence, you're still holding the same amount. There's no change. So the thing is, what we notice and what you'll see with a lot of reverse split stocks is that because the float is now 10 times lower, or in the case of RSLS, 140 times lower, we will see some big parabolic moves. This is a day where this stock went from $2 all the way up to $7.50. I made $5,000 on that move. INPX, this is another one that's made these kind of big moves. It's a recent reverse split. This is a setup that I teach in Chapter 6 of the Day Trade course. It's a setup to be aware of because we do see it very often, the reverse split squeeze. And so today SPI was what I was watching for that setup. Now, out of the gates, I saw Vince and John, a couple of you guys, they're both junior moderators. I saw both of them jump in the stock around 260, 280 and sell it on this first spike up to hit a high of 338. I didn't take that trade. I personally thought the volume was a smidge too light. it was only about 60,000 shares of volume in those 2 candles. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a second, I'm gonna wait on it. So I let a little more volume come in, I let the pattern form, and then where was my entry? The first candle to make a new high, so I bought at $3, and I bought first in my IRA. I punched it in my IRA for 6,000 shares at $3, and I got filled most of my order. And it immediately pops up, and so I'm putting shares on the ask to sell half. I ended up canceling that order and then putting out a new order to sell half at 41 and 37. Meanwhile, it pops up to a high of 54 and 66. So my orders get taken out, and this all happens within a period of like 10, 15 seconds. So I put out the order. I'm not even totally sure I'm putting out orders to sell half or sell a quarter. I just know I'm putting out sell orders. I switched to my main account, and I'm like, okay, this is strong. I do want to still jump in it here in my main account. And so boom, I punched the order for 3,000 shares at $3.52. I throw out the sell order at 53 because it popped up here to 66, didn't hold that level, started to drop down. And so I'm like, all right, I got to start to unwind this on this scalp. And on that one, I ended up losing $200. It drops all the way back down to 280, a few minutes later. So it just didn't hold up as well as I hoped it would. And I knew there was some risk on that because the last few reverse splits have done almost the same pattern. They spike up out of the gates and then they reverse. It gives you an opportunity both long and short, but it is pretty frustrating when that happens. So on this one, I took a stab on both accounts, but I was only able to get a good $3 entry on my IRA account. And I was willing to trade it in the IRA because I knew it had a good chance of being volatile. And because I was not chasing it, but simply buying the first 1 minute pullback, I felt like that was a very calm, cool, collected entry. And so I was rewarded for being patient and not just jumping in as it was spiking here. So I feel good about that, but it didn't get halted on circuit breakers. It didn't go parabolic, and we might have to wait a couple days. But keep this one on watch for next week. We might see another move on it. So that was my SPI trade down $200, and then CLRO hits the scanners. This was kind of a bummer. I jumped into it at 65. It pops up to a high of 69. It pulls back here, and as it surges back up, I take a starter at 66 and 68. I sell at 69, 70, 71, 69, and the rest at 59 for a $130 winner on 6,000 shares. So not the most impressive trade there, but it was worth a try, and whatever. So down $70 in this account. The account value is $147,979. So losing $70, no big deal. And here's the thing that's pretty impressive. $200 of risk versus $2,000 of profit. That's a 10-to-1 profit loss ratio, right? So 10 to 1. On the one side, I lost, and on the other side, I won. And that's kind of what you like to see, that your winners are bigger than your losers. The CLRO trade was not a big winner, but this to me is basically a losing trade. And I happened to be able to make $130 on it, but it was a bad trade. It didn't work. It was a failed setup, and yet it was still a little bit of profit in my pocket. So I'll finish the week up 20 grand, and I'll finish right now, at this point in the month, up, let's see, let me just scroll down here, right around 19,000. I lost coming into this week. I was down about 1,000 on the month. Basically was red on the week before before today or before Monday. So red on the month before Monday. So really turned it around, which was great. Sitting at $435,000 of profit on the year, and $770,000 in the account that I started almost 2 years ago with $583. So still about, $225,000 to go between me and the $1 million mark, but that's okay. I'm going to get there. I'm not going to get there at the end of this year. I have really only about This year we've got, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, about 33 trading days left in the year. So, you know, it's not going to happen. It would take, you know, obviously a pretty big miracle. I would have to average about $6,000, $7,000 per day, every day for the rest of the year. Christmas miracle, though, you never know. Who knows? I'll just be optimistic that maybe we will see some momentum, and maybe I will have a couple big days, and maybe I will have a $100,000 month this month or maybe next month. It's still within reach. I mean, we still have 2 weeks left in November, so anything's possible. So anyway, so that's where I'm at here, finishing the week in terms of trades. This was the end of the first week of running Mike's room, which is really exciting for those of you guys that you know, have been with us for a while. This is the first time Mike has run his own room other than the Inner Circle room. So that's very cool, and he's done a great job over there. So I know some of you guys who prefer trading large cap stocks like the Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Tesla. You now have a place where you've got audio feed, video feed, and screen share all day long of a trader who's focused on those stocks. So Mike is over in the large cap room. His junior moderators in there are Roberto, Arsh, and Hulk. Hulk joined us this week as a junior moderator on the large cap side, which is very cool. And on the small cap side, we have Selena joining us, which is awesome. I'm really excited about that. So on my side here with small caps, we've got John, Vince, and Selena. And you guys who have been around for a while know Selena. She's been a member for 2 years. She worked her way from, you know, the very beginning of the journey, not knowing really anything about trading, all the way up to where she is now, profitable trader and a new junior moderator. So nice to see that. Really excited to have her on board, and you guys will certainly be wanting to keep an eye on what she posts in the room. So representing the ladies, which is great, and yeah, I'm really, really happy about it. So anyways, those are a couple of updates here at the end of the week, and we'll be back at it first thing on Monday morning, you know, same as usual, looking at the gap scanners around 9:15. Those of you guys on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you get the audio, or you get the notification when I go live, which is every morning from 9:15 to 9:30. Those of you guys on Facebook, make sure you come out or come over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel so you guys are getting the notifications as well. And as usual, if you guys have questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll be answering them throughout the weekend. All right, so I'll see you guys first thing on Monday morning. All right, enjoy the weekend, everybody. Bye. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.